example of a way that we used Desmos this year to enrich the learning and kind of focus on the discovery aspect of it. So this is an absolute value graph. We gave this to our students exactly as you see here, with a list of instructions on how to kind of go about this and look at the discovery aspect of it. So on the left, you can turn on graph. So you see how it turned red. And then you can use this slider to show what k does. So then students will realize that for f of x, you're able to move it up and down by having a value on the outside. And you can go in and actually like write it in here as well. So if I wanted it up 3, there it is, up 3. Now you can continue to turn on different graphs. So here's a green one, right? And so then they would discover if there's a number inside, you can move it and see what it does. So we're moving left and right. And then you can continue working with that through an A value, which goes up and down like this, right? And it reflects it depending on what it is. So if we had it at -4, it would look like that. Now again, you can turn these off as well. And at that point we would, and then we would say, turn on this one, and that does all of them. So I put it all together for you. So this is an example of what it looks like on the teacher side of Desmos when you start looking at activities. So the last one was more the graphing calculator aspect. This is an activity option. On the left, you can see that they have featured collections, which kind of get more in depth and more specific on some topics that maybe need some enrichment or discovery. It's an awesome coordinate plane activity where, as you scroll down, you can look to assign the activity to your class, and it'll get a code like we showed, and it's super, super simple to use. But they have this student preview, which you can edit all of this and take out whatever you'd like. You can click on it and look at what they would do. So for example, this one, all we're doing is trying to put a coordinate in. So I'm trying to get on the bullseye. So students would just type in different things like 2 and then, 8. And then we see, oh, well, I'm not on the bullseye, so let's move that down. Maybe if I move that to 6, right? So they go through things like this, and they do change as they go. So they start off this way, just looking at X and Y. And then they say we can use the coordinate pair to then hit it. So now they have to type it in as an X and Y coordinate. And then it does change, like this one is more interactive. We're going to go ahead and drag it and then talk about it. So this is a look at what WeVideo looks like, and it's very, very easy to navigate. You can go through, and on here they have a collection of media that you've already done. So I can reuse some of these videos and edit them later at a different time. There's also text that you can throw in, which over here they do give you a preview. So right now, as you can see, this is a preview of what I already showed you. So you can come in here and they give you a preview of the text before you put it into your video, and it gives you an idea of what it's going to be, and then you can totally customize it, colors, what it says, the font, everything. And some of them are pretty simple, and then some get a little bit more complex and kind of get more fancy. And so it just depends on how fancy you want to be when you're going through this, right? So as you can see, it kind of just, it's nice and easy just to look through what you want to have happen. They also have the same thing with audio where you can throw some audio clips in there, and you can adjust it fading, you can clip it down, you could do whatever you'd like, right? They obviously still have transitions, and like I said, I kind of did some crazy ones just because, we all know that they can fade, but as you can see, there's some color ones like this one. There's the tiles, there's, the curtain that I used and things like that. So pretty cool things that you get to experiment with and go through. Overall, I would definitely have to say that this is a very useful tool as you move forward, especially if we're going to continue to have concurrent learning, remote learning, or just the different types of learning that we're all going to fall into now.